Hello, good evening, happy Friday, happy weekend, welcome to the Magnificent Mags channel. It's my preview for Newcastle United v Leicester City in the 3 PM kickoff at St James's Park tomorrow. Huge game, huge significance considering our form. We need the win. Where Leicester are on the table 16th on 14 points, 6 behind we. And after the debacle at Brentford, well, we just need to get something, just need to get the win, get back on track. By hook or by crook, there'd be no excuses, so let's get into it. So Leicester's current top scorer is Buonanotte. He's got 4 and 12. He's second and obviously top of the scoring list, despite being the ripe old age of 37, I believe. He needs no introduction. Jamie Vardy, who loves a party and a blue wicked, well, he's on 6 goals in 15 games, so he's still the threat. He's still leading the line despite his age. So yeah, Leicester are currently 6 points behind we, and we're in 12th on 20 points. Leicester are down in 16th on 14 points. So yeah, we can't allow them to close the gap to 3 points. In terms of head-to-head, it's going to be the 145th meeting between the clubs. Newcastle shared it, a bit closer than you'd expect, but Newcastle have the 57 wins. There's 28 draws and 49 wins for Leicester. And their last 3 results have been a 4-1 defeat at Brentford. We know all about conceding 4 down at the G-Tech. It was a 3-1 win at home to West Ham, and then the most recent game in which indeed he got injured was a 2-2 draw at home to Brighton. Now, anyway, injury news. So yeah, as I touched on before, for the opposition, they've got Wilfred Ndidi. Van Nistelrooy's basically confirmed he's out. And Harry Winks, although he's trained, he said it's a late fitness test, he expects him to be out as well. And in terms of a suspension, Boubakary Soumaré is out, so he won't be playing against us. Now, our news, obviously not many surprises here, but Eddie's confirmed the day. So firstly, Joe Willock. Joe Willock's not trained, but he says he's doing well and he'll be a late fitness test, so he could possibly be on the bench. It'd be good to see him, because despite his form being a bit indifferent, you'd want him to be there. All the bodies you can get. Other team news, Nick Pope has been confirmed this morning when it was in Eddie's press conference that he's out for a month. Well, it wasn't confirmed at the time, but yeah, we all know he's been a bit reluctant lately to dive down to his left on that shoulder that he popped last season. And now his knees went. So yeah, that flared up, Eddie said after the game, and it's just been confirmed by Craig Hope before that, yeah, Nick Pope's out for a month. So coming in tomorrow, looks like it's going to be one of Martin Dubravka or Odysseas Vlachodimos. Now, if it was my choice, I'm sure most of the fan base are saying that they would choose Vlachodimos. Just crossing the road, sorry. Yeah, they would choose Vlachodimos. Now, I'm with that there, because Vlachodimos, I think he would inspire a bit more confidence, because Dubravka, he stays on his line, he doesn't come out, doesn't really command his area well, and there's still a bit aftertaste after he couldn't wait to get to Man U. So I'd plump for the Greek. Put a big Greek man in goal. I mean, Greece are a better international team. He's proved himself. He's got Champions League experience. For Benfica, I just think he's a better all-round keeper, and he's better with his feet. So give the guy a chance. Don't let his time at Forest cloud your judgment that he should be a good keeper. And I'd rather him in goal than Martin Dubravka, who doesn't inspire confidence, and also John Ruddy, because basically the guy should be drawing his pension. The big one, I covered in my video yesterday, Callum Wilson. So as we've said, yeah, it's all frustration. Yeah, some people, there might be a few, yeah, I always got a few idiots who get angry at stuff like this and would take it out on the player, but yeah, it is true. He is a human being. I expressed my frustration, I'm not saying I didn't, in a tweet on the X channel or the Facebook page, but at the end of the day, it's frustration that we want to see Wilson there, and that's what it is. We've got a good quality player who's the second highest Premier League goal scorer, 47 goals, taken out the team. That's all them goals removed. And you just want him to do well, but it's just showing that really his body's letting him down. And I'll understand he'll be massively frustrated. I empathise. I've not been in that position, but I do empathise. So yeah, he's confirmed as out for 8 weeks now. That's 11 games. it could be more, it could be 12 if we do get past Brentford next week in the massive, huge cup quarter final. So that'd be 12 games if we do indeed have the home leg as the first leg in January, because the legs are a month apart. But again, this is the Leicester preview, but just saying, yeah, could go from 11 to potentially a dozen games, so that's not good. Main thing being for Wilson, why it's not good as well, is he's only had 17 minutes across 4 sub appearances, so I feel for him. It must be massively frustrating. No player goes out to get injured. You don't train and then you don't want to be out injured. You go into training to build yourself up and be the best you can be. So I'm completely with that. For only having 17 minutes and then he's hamstring going at Brentford, I just feel for the guy. Honestly, I really do. So yeah, that leads on to Willisula. Now, been a lot of speculation thinking, is Willisula just like someone that Eddie didn't want to sign and he's trying to prove a point by he's not playing him? Or is it just that he's not good enough for Premier League level? Well, I'd like to think it's more the latter, considering he came from Sheffield United. So I'd just say that give the lad a chance. Now, he's there as a striker, and Eddie said he would use him if he needs to. So, and he did talk him up the day. As well as that, he said it could be like a Lewis Hall situation where, yes, behind the scenes, Lewis Hall wasn't ready last season. So what Eddie's doing is building him up to be ready. He's working on his game, improving all areas. And he commented on his attributes as well, which is true. He's strong, he's quick, he's got a little bit of turn of pace. And also he's got a shot on him, as we've proved. He's like instinctive, he'll take a shot on the spot. So yeah, we might see a bit of Willisula tomorrow. Obviously it'll all depend on if Isaac plays the whole game or if he tires, but you hope we're in a position where we do get comfortable and we can play Sula for a bit, because it'd be very good to see him. Magic happening. Hello. So yeah, like that, the magic of technology, yeah? You go from outside to indoors just like that. But I had to. One, because of my own incompetence, forgot to fully charge the light on my selfie stick. And two, well, yeah, it is a bit nippy out there. But again, I've been indoors for the last few. Again, it's that time of the year, dark nights, when you finish work, you can't help it. But still got to keep the content coming. Yeah, we're back inside, so let's get on with it. Eddie Howe said the day that, again, he brought them 3 letters up. Now, I wish the alphabet at times had 23 letters and didn't include the letters P, S and R, because we're all sick of them. And again, I'd even accept that, even if my surname was Hubband, I'd take that, honestly, just to get the annoyance that PSR is out the way and gone. But I'm not in favour of it. Like, the rules have to be changed, because again, he's come back to it where he's saying we're going to have to sell to buy. And why should we be in that position? Like, we've already sold Minter and then we've had to sell Anderson. Then you're telling me again, if we're to progress or get players in, we'll have to sell one of our best players. Like, how is that fair? It's stupid. And we keep coming back to it. And it is getting a bit boring though. Like, Eddie keeps bringing it up, but you've also got to be clever. Like, you've got to find ways around it. Look, I understand PSR's there and we all want it gone, and like, well, or just change where it can be like whatever one club can spend, you can spend if your owners have got the means to do so, which ours have. But again, the rules are there because they're scared of it. But I am pretty sick of hearing it. Like, we've got to find ways, and it's been announced obviously this week. Craig Hope broke the story that Longstaff is one of the players we're looking to put up for sale. Now again, I'll thank him if he goes, and understand he's got with some big goals down the years. Like, Man U wanted him at one point. He wasn't a bad player, but the problem was at the time he was a good player in a bad team. But now, where the club wants to go, he's now a good player in a better team. Even though we still have some deadwood, he's just the player where he's one of them that has to be sacrificed. One, because he can't take with that next level, and two, he's an academy player, so it's pure profit. So I can understand the reasons behind that. Now, if we can shift him, obviously we're looking at possibly selling Wilson, because if you go back to last January, we had the chance to sell Wilson at Atletico Madrid and Trippier to Bayern Munich. Now that deal happened, and now the deal's going to happen this window because one, Wilson's injured. And it looks like he's going to miss his 5th FA Cup third round game in a row, 5 seasons in a row. And then Trippier, obviously, he's not back up to fitness yet, and rumour has it he wants to stay. A friend had his agent in at his place of work, and he says he's happy, don't believe the rumours, loves it here, wants to stay. But again, that can sometimes be out the player's hands. The club might want to sell him, but we don't know. But yeah, Trippier and Wilson aren't happening, so Longstaff going makes sense. It makes sense why they've triggered the extra year on his deal, try and get a little bit more money out of whatever we get for him. I'd like to think 10 to 15 million, but 20, again, this is just me throwing numbers. I'm just trying to like think of the best situation we could, but it's going to be hard to want these players. And again, it's like Miggy. Like, we tried to get rid of Miggy in the summer, and we had a chance to sell him, we didn't, and that deal didn't happen. He's had an extension, so now it's a chance of, can we get rid of him now because he's not playing? You would have thought, like, if we're planning to keep him for the second half of the season, that he would have featured more, but he hasn't. So again, Miggy looks like one of those players who are going now. But it's been reported as well that we're not looking at a striker. Howe's confident of sticking with Isak. As I said before, NewCastle, he'll give him a chance when he needs to. He feels he's ready. I mean, again, if we need him, he's going to have to be ready. And then Anthony Gordon, reluctantly, we don't want him as a centre forward, but he can be put there, and that's all the reason why. Barnes is apparently happy, as I said in yesterday's video, that he might want to leave, but he's going to be kept by the looks of it because we'll need him at left wing just in case. You can't let Barnes go and then we'll lose a striker, then we've got no one left wing or right wing. That would just be bad planning. And we've already said it's bad foresight in terms of the right wing position, not bringing anyone in there. But again, the reasons come back to it, like, there's a lot of things. Ashley left with no commercial deals, like no sponsorships, so we're hamstrung by that, playing catch up. Now we're waiting for, like, in Silverstone, we're waiting for like movement from the top, because at the minute questions are, why is Eddie Howe having to front all these questions? Where's the voices from the club? Where we're hard, that's why it's mentioned it's been a bit stale, in no direction, because no replacement for Eels now, 3 months and counting. Amanda and Murdad left. They were the voice, ears, eyes of the club, talk with everyone, the fans. They've been a big miss. That connection's gone. So yeah, we just need something, and Eddie's fronting all the questions at the moment, and we've been bad at selling. Again, I'm Eddie Howe in still, because I don't think, like, who else is out there who can still deal with this PSR situation? Yeah, I know I'm not comparing them in terms of trophies, but Fergie had a bad start. They stuck with him. Look what happened there. Not saying Eddie Howe could be that, but he could be the person who ends with trophy drought. Certainly start next Wednesday if we can get to the semis. So yeah, we've got to stick with him. And again, but he does have blame. Like I said, I support him, but he's got to take his collective share of the blame. He's too loyal to Deadwoods, like giving extensions to the likes of Longstaff, Miggy, Murphy's still here, Kraft, Lascelles, Wilson. He was looking at giving him an extension, then it's like he shouldn't when it comes to the summer. So he has been too loyal and too stubborn, and we're being bad at selling. Yes, it may come to a point, I'm not naive enough, where we need to sell a Bruno and Isak or that, but there's other players. We've got to have surely the staff good enough who can get these off the books, free up. It's not just about the transfer fees, it's about the wages. And even if it came to selling Harvey Barnes, you've got to think amortization. Barnes was 38 million. To make any profit on him, we'll have to be selling him for 50 million upwards. Because what's that? 38 divided by 5 years, that's 7.6 million a season we're amortizing. So at the minute, he's been here 2 years, so that's 15.2 million. So again, even if you're selling Barnes, you've got to get 50 million upwards to be even looking at a profit to go towards the books and PSR. So again, if we can sell academy products like Longstaff, it makes so much more sense. Now, a few other things, there have been some comments today, which I think are rightly justified as well. Why aren't the journalists asking Eddie Howe more difficult questions? Like there was one front in the press conference this morning saying, Sandro Tonali, what did he think about the links of him moving him back to AC Milan, going back to Italy? And he said first he's heard of it, he's a valuable player. But then what they should have followed up with was pressing him, saying, well, why isn't he in the team if you value him so much? It's little questions like that. Press conference at the moment, bar maybe Edwards and Hope, they ask the difficult questions. I'm not saying anyone else is bad, but questions all right, but it just feels like it's too nicey, like I'll scratch your back, you scratch me. We need to challenge him on more difficult questions. Like, again, like some players he's shown too much loyalty to when they shouldn't be in the team. Joe Linton's been bad. Now, if Willock's not fit tomorrow, he's going to stay in the team. And I love Joey, but again, he says players are picked on form. Why is he not challenged on that? Got a full squad. Europe's not an excuse because we've got 11 out of 18 points after European games last season. So no excuses. We've all got to pull together. As I said in other videos, it's the board, it's the players and the manager. But anyway, time to wrap the video up on what I think for tomorrow. So yeah, let's get on to it. Just got to interject though, got to say Greg's is salted caramel latte is unreal. But yeah, I might be classed as Captain Predictable here, but I've said it's a crunch. 4 games coming up. Tomorrow, then the Brentford game, then Ipswich, then Villa. Because Villa are in indifferent form, so we don't know what Villa will turn up. They're a bit like us Spurs and Man U at the minute, with that 4 teams who are just so inconsistent, like most of the league bar Liverpool. But yeah, all I'll say is I'm backing her again, by hook or by crook. No excuses, no hard luck stories, no oh, if this happened or that. Tomorrow, it's just about, I don't care about, it doesn't have to be glamorous. Like, that's an added bonus if they do. But tomorrow, we just simply need to win. That's all that matters. Get the result. Get confidence back. Go into that cup game. Because that cup game and tomorrow is going to keep our season alive. 7 points above the bottom 3. 5 from 6th. So we want to be looking up the table, not down. So we're at home. It's not under the lights, yes. But it's like, it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. Home crowd will be up for it. We know what's at stake. Players had a couple of days off after Brentford. They should be recharged, refreshed, and we're going to win. So I'm taking tomorrow 3-1 Newcastle. Yeah, I am. 3-1. I know I haven't only scored 3 in one game this season. That was against Forest, but I'm going 3-1. And I'll predict Isak will get on the score sheet again. Anthony Gordon. And even, you know what? I think it should be a midfield of Tonali. It'll probably be Joe Linton, but then Bruno pushed a bit further up. I just feel Gordon's going to be left, Isak through the middle, and Murphy right. I still don't think he'll play Barnes. Then I think it'll be Bruno in the 8, Joe Linton left, and then it'll be Tonali in the 8. But again, I think Joe Linton's better left wing, but you can't take Gordon out, so it may depend on Willock if he's fit. But 3-1 the tune, that's what I'm going for. So yeah, anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for bearing with us, both outside and in. So thank you for everyone again for following the channel, subscribing. Please like, share, pass the word out to your mates. Just tell them about Magnificent Mags, all the follows, all the comments. The feedback has been magnificent. So yeah, for now, have a good night, have a good Friday, whatever you're doing. If you're out in the house, what have you, have a brilliant weekend, and let's hope we win tomorrow. Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday. I will try and put a couple of snippets in tomorrow when I'm with my mates. I'm going to ask them if they mind coming on camera just to do their pre-match predictions. Then I'll get them after. But again, going out for a few pints before and after and signal round St. James's be a little tricky sometimes doing a video. So, but I will try and get pre and post match thoughts. Apologies in advance for any state I'm in. But let's back the lads, roar them on, leave any thoughts I've had at the turnstile, and let's roar them on to victory. Bye for now.